Semi-trucks full of supplies and fuel are backed up for miles heading into Ukraine. It can take a day or more to get through the border checkpoint. We are bypassing the line, following the black car driven by a former Peoria police officer.
If you go up here, that's the border, and then next thing you know, the border guards jump you.
We parked and walked to the Ukrainian border checkpoint where tens of thousands of refugees have crossed.
For people leaving on foot, this is the main one.
Pat Shearer took us through what's turned from an empty parking lot into a camp where aid organizations welcome refugees into Poland.
It looks organized.
It is now. It wasn't in the beginning.
He initially came here to join the military and join the fight, but he kept running into families needing rides, and that became his mission.
I know how to maneuver through and get people out a lot faster than having to sit on a bus for sometimes days.
He drives refugees and soldiers, helping them all avoid trains and buses.
I've done that a lot, where I've given people rides or given soldiers rides to their units, and where it would have taken them a couple days, but I was able to get them there, in one night.
The border with Ukraine is just beyond the gates over here. Now, to cross the border in a vehicle, it could take many, many hours, but you can walk across relatively freely and quickly. So Pat has two cars. He has one car over in Ukraine. He has a second car here in Poland. That's helping him save a lot of time with all these border crossings, and it's helping him reach more people.
I've had different cars, that I've put up so many miles, they have to take it in for an oil change, so they give me something else.
As we talked, sirens wailed and refugee families streamed through. He's driven more than 300 people and keeps in touch with many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'll remember most, I think, really.
They certainly remember him.
Good to see him.
Yeah, you too, man.
At the border, he was relieved to see this soldier doing well. Pat had given him a ride weeks earlier after he'd been shot. Pat is not affiliated with any of the major aid organizations which are here along the border. He's entirely self-funded. And as for how long he's going to stay, he meant to leave mid-April, then it was end of April. Now he's thinking he might stay till the end of May. In what sounds like a movie plot,
Their contribution to the war effort.
we found Pat transporting ballistic vests and night vision goggles from another former Peoria police officer living in Austria, taking the supplies to soldiers in Ukraine.
Binoculars. I'm going to give them to a special forces group.
He had to make it to Lviv, where he has an apartment these days by the nightly curfew. So as the sun set, Pat left us, pushing a cart full of supplies across the border into Ukraine.